How are you today? Yes, there is my face on the camera. This was not in the plan today. Bryce, however, is managing the camera today, and I usually don't have him around, but they're doing a staycay this week. And so Bryce came to help me out for the day, which is awfully nice. So first things first, hello, Thelma and Diane and Irene and Mary T. And I think there was one other person that I'm missing. Woo! Hey, I remembered you all. Great, I'm glad. I wanted to let you know before we move on with What's New Wednesday is that Debbie is fine. She's taking a staycation. They've had a lot of testing that both Bryce and she have had to go to over this end of last week, beginning of this week. And it's just a good time for them to take a rest. So they are going to be taking a break. And we're going to have a video on Saturday, just like we would if they were going on vacation, which is normally what they would be doing this week. Because that's been their normal time. So I just told her, I think a staycation sounds good. And she said, yes, I agree. So if she decides that she doesn't want to wait, then she may end up coming in for a live stream. But at this point, it's set up as a replay. So we'll talk about that again a little later. Everything is fine. She's doing fine. Just it's been a long, tiring week of hospital visits. So I am going to go ahead and head right into the goodies that we have on the table. And let me tell you, we've got some goodies. We got in more of the spice, the art spice from 49 and Market. And you guys just saw this last Saturday as part of the class. Would you mind just grabbing those for me really quick? Yep. You guys got to see this just on Saturday. So I don't, and we've shown it in What's New Wednesday before. So I don't want to run through it and give you it all over again. So this is just kind of a recap of some of the extras that were in the other box. So we've got some 6x8 cards. We have our 12x12s, which is part of what Debbie had used in her class. Thank you. And so these cards were made using the peach acetate and the pumpkin spice, or not pumpkin spice, just spice, 49 and Market spice. So some of these things we have in the store, some we do not. There's some little birdie things on there as well, birdie flowers and butterflies. So this is part of what she had used for elements, upside down, things like that.
Hi, Mary R.
Hi, Mary R. So anyways, rather than showing you guys the items again, I figured I would show you what beautiful cards you can make with the items. So we still have a good portion of the 6x8 card pack, which is unbelievable. I think it has like 36 pieces that are 6x8. Yes, no, 28 sheets, but still, that is amazing. 28 sheets, 6x8.
Double-sided too.
And they are double-sided. You are correct. So,
Hello, Glenn.
Hello, Glenn. How are you today? There you go. So we also have the peach swatch for 49 and Market again that we have done a couple of Saturdays because Debbie was really enjoying it. I know. Thank you. We have in some, we don't have tons, but we have in some of the Crafter's Companion Rose Quartz. Whenever we've had it, it has sold out. And so it's been a while since we have shown this. So I'm going to show it. Am I talking loud enough for you guys? I never know.
Yeah.
All right. So here is our paper.
Saying hi to Levi.
Hi, Levi.
Diane's grandson.
Oh, Diane's grandson. Hello, Levi. Oh, good. Thelma said, yes, we hear you fine. So there are foiled sheets in here as well as standard scrapbooking sheets. They're 12 by 12. Beautiful backgrounds, and they're double-sided. So you've got a lot of opportunity here. These make excellent explosion boxes or anything else that you want to be 3D because of the double-sided. Got little notes. And this is called the rose quartz. So it's rose quartz. Yes, rose quartz. I kept wanting to say rose gold because of the foiling, but it's not quite rose gold. There's some rose quartz in there. I can recall going out with my grandma on the beach and finding rose quartz. It's not as frequent anymore.
Is that California?
Nope, it was in Southern Oregon. Well, southern from us.
Southern Central Oregon.
Foil, yeah, central. So I have a fondness for these colors, I think, in general, anyways. And look at all of those little word pieces that you could tuck into an explosion box. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so there is that one. Hope I didn't go too fast. I missed $2.49 in Market Things. The washi tape. Now there are 3 different washi tapes from this set. We've got the washi stickers. We've got the washi postage stamps. And you guys saw those last week used. And then this one, I believe that you would have seen. But if you haven't, let me tell you. This is some fun stuff. It comes in 3 different colors. Got your stripes. You've got this ombre effect between the colors within the spice within the spice look. So it comes in with the oranges and the purples and even some of the pinks. So it just slowly starts to ombre back and forth between orange, bright pink, and purple. It has beautiful little sayings on it. If you look up in here, the box does a really good job of showing you what you have. And of course, this is backwards. There we go. Cameras, they're so much fun. So anyways, these are the new ones that came in. So we did hear and listen to the fact that some of you were really enjoying the washi tape. So Debbie got online and ordered some extras just so that we could stay well stocked for you guys. Plus, Levi goes Hebrew day school, and there are several Jewish holidays in October, so Grandma has been on overtime. Plus, I watch my daughter's 2 kids every day after school. Let me tell you, I understand, except for right now, my mom is watching the 2 grandkids. But if I'm not here, I'm there. So these are the peach washi tapes that are postage. It looks like tickets and postage and invoice receipts from an era gone by. Okay, let's take a look. We've got alcohol inks, and I know that we did some alcohol inks last week, but we got in some more. Basically what happened was Brittany started a box but didn't have time to finish the box. So you're going to see a little bit of last week's stuff in here, but it is different than what you saw last week. So surprise. So this is alcohol ink. It is not from the typical Ranger line that we've seen in the past. However, this one is an American Crafts. So this one is newer to us. We have Mellow Yellow in the, it's a metallic yellow from Marabou, and a metallic violet, and a metallic green. Just shake them up well. They've got a little ball in there. Shake them up. And then we have a color shift from Marabou as well. Marabou, yeah. It is, it's going to give you kind of like a blending, but it also helps you shift some of that into each other. So it works really neat. We have Alcohol Pearls from Ranger in this color and in this color. And I give you one guess as to which is Debbie's favorite. Anything with the purple in it. But no, she really liked these colors when I brought them to her last time. But I have a feeling that she's really going to like these blue and purple. And they're actually called Peacock, Ocean, and Plum from American Craft. So I have a feeling I'm going to be checking those out for her. We got some Cosmic Shimmer glue in. I'm so glad. I was getting ready to fill the bottles on Sunday and for in classroom, and we were out, and I didn't realize that this had come in on Friday. What's New Wednesday. So we have the large Cosmic Shimmer. It's a good idea to go ahead and order it now before the winter time. We work really hard to make sure that they don't get frozen. But if you want to catch us before the really, really cold of winter, right now it's cooler than normal around here. And so we're not sure what this winter is going to hold for us with as cold as it is right now. So we want to make sure that you guys have the ability to have the Cosmic Shimmer glue out and about. We have some Cosmic Shimmer Pixie powder in a olive color. I'm going to try and hold that as still as I can. Long way. There we go. Hopefully you can see the color. And then we got back in a whole bunch of the Pixie powders from Jamie Sparkle Cosmic Shimmer in these different colors. So these are the Jamie Sparkles, and they're both from Cosmic Shimmer, but this one is Cosmic Shimmer's brand, and these are Jamie Sparkles. He put his signature on it and said, I'm going to make this kind, and made lots and lots and lots of colors. So rather than reading them all to you or showing you the bottles, I thought what I would do is say, see this big, huge bag? I am going to do something different than just show you a whole bunch of bottles with a color on them. Instead, I'm going to say, I'm going to take you through a review of our past Jamie powders and show you our little cards. Can you, by any chance, zoom in on that for me? And I'll try and hold super still. Thank you. So these are the colors that you will get on black, and some of the colors you will get on white. And so we'll just go through the colors. This one's Pumpkin Patch. I know that we got this one in a week ago. So some of these will be from last week too. This is Into the Blue, Groovy Grape, Teal Marine, Green Bay. It really has the greens and the blues in there. They're so pretty. Well, I ran out to the car with, I'm answering Mary R's question. I ran out to the car yesterday morning because Emma and I had both slept in on accident, and I was afraid that we would be late for school. And we were not. This one is, I drove, maybe possibly flew low is what my husband calls it, but I drove and got her to school, and we were halfway to school before we realized how cold it was outside because we were so focused on rushing out the door. And it said 34 degrees, and that was at 8 a.m. So Sunset Glow, Zesty Lime, Frozen Pearl. This one's one of my favorites. Peppermint Twist, Molten Gold. This one is really faint. You don't see a lot on there, but in person you see a lot more. And I don't know how to explain that. It's almost kind of like a little sheen that will work perfect for putting it on top of your other pixie powders. And this one is Golden Marble, Sandstorm, Flirty Sky. And just remember, guys, the blue is blue. So whenever you choose one of the blues, use it sparingly. You can use that golden a lot, and you can use others sparingly. This one is Flirty Sky, Pale Blush, Gilded Plum, Red Oxide, Purple Raindrop. Well, that says Rain Stop. Purple Rain Stop or Raindrop. I'm not positive which one it is. This is Sunburst, which is different than the Sandstorm. And at first I thought that it was going to be very similar, but they're totally different colors. Purple Affair, Fuchsia Rose, Copper Splash, Boulevard Lights, and Bluish. So that's what we have. And like I said, we've got lots of the colors in. Some we already had in stock. So you should be able to find most of the colors now back in stock in the store if this is something that you've been waiting for. Okay. We have some new Nouveaux in. This one is called Glitter Accents Ballroom Blue. This is a larger container than what you usually will see the glitter drops in. So see the difference? There's quite a bit of size difference there in width. So some are going to be bigger. We have the blue that's bigger. This one is the Glitters Stone Drops Gold Rush. This one is the Stone Drops Chalk White. We have Candy Kisses and Glitter. See if they'll lean against each other. We'll see how long it lasts. And then Atlantic Drift.
You know why some bottles are larger and some are smaller? Are they moving to the larger, or?
I'm not positive. We had larger ones in stock in some other colors. I know that these came in as an intro. I also noticed that our vintage ones are just a, let's move over here. Oh, look, I just knocked it down. Our vintage ones are a little bit shorter, and without a reference point, they may have just decided that people use more of some kinds and others are a little bit less.
Popular colors.
Yeah, and they're different. They're used differently. So this one is Bonnie Blue in vintage. It is not transparent and it is not it gives you a gloss on the top like a little button would. And then this one is a saddlebag. And it says that it's matte, both that and the blue, but I found that there's at least a little bit of a shimmer to it in the light. But they are listed as matte. Stone also has some unique features to it, and it builds up really easy so you can make it stand out more. And the glitter is great for highlighting some of the colors that you may have. Okay, we've got some waxes in. We've got pink ink. Let's see here. What colors do we have? Well, they don't say what color. So we're just going to go with silver and gold. And the other ones from Pink Ink are, I think this one is apple, if I remember right. And I believe that as I go further, we'll find another one of these. So then we have, let me move this over here. Then we have our, oh dear, the names escape me. I think this one is copper. Golden bronze. This one is the pearl. This one is indulgent red. This one is a little bit more yellowed gold, more like maybe a bronze it might be. Tarnished gold. I guess we had two pearls in there. It's either that or this one isn't really a pearl. Nope, it's not. Let's see what this one is. This one is enchanted gold. So it has gold in it. It's a little bit yellower than the pearl. So I misspoke. So this one is your very, very light gold. And they do not dry see-through. And then this one I think is like autumn bronze or something like that. Let's see. It's autumn bronze. There you go. Look at the pretty greens, and it's got some gold when it reflects. It is so pretty. And if you haven't used these before, I recommend that you give them a try because they are so much fun and make such pretty things.
How do you use them?
So you can use them just directly on something. It can be a splash of color and it will dry to however you want to use it. So you can build it up like in a mixed media type. You can run it through your stencil, which would raise it up. You can also touch it with a little water pencil or little water pen and brush it on to things. And that's typically the examples that we use it for demos has been for using it for painting a lot of our Lisa Horton stencils because they come out so pretty. So a lot of them, and the pink lady, the pink fresh, Inks are also the same. They will act and respond the same way. I find that these are a little bit thicker and the others are a little bit more wet. So I'm not sure how well it will work in a stencil, but it definitely works well with your water brush. Let's see what else we have. I'm saving the big stuff for last because then that way I'll get more stuff off the desk. Because let me tell you, there's a lot on here. Here's a hefty thing that we've got in there. This is our double stick tape. This is the kind of tape that you would want to use for your rice paper gifts. If you're making rice paper gifts, your candles that Debbie's been doing, this is exactly what she uses. It also works with your heat embossing and doesn't seem to dry out, which is nice. We've had it for a very long time, and it is just double stick clear tape. And I think this is the 5-inch. Might be a little bit more.
Yardstick. Oh, you have a ruler on your board right there in front of you.
Oh, duh. Okay. Here we go. It is 6. So this one is 6. I do know that it comes in 2.5 and possibly a 5, but don't quote me on that. And it will last you forever. I mean, I'm telling you, forever. Here's our rub-on transfers from 49 in Market. And then we have our collage sheets from 49 in Market as well. So these are in. They had all sold out. And these have come back in. We ordered some more. And they sold out fairly quickly. So just a heads up there. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? All right, it looks like we're down to just a few little things. And then on to some big boxes. These are going to be some treats over here to my left. Okay. We have a, this is so cute. We have a Sizzix frog. And he is an embossing folder with dies. So this would be a perfect place to use some of those waxes that I just showed you. Because of the embossing, it kind of helps you place where your things need to be, but you can cut them out of whatever you want. So long as you run it through your embossing and then you cut it into the die shapes. I'm going to double check this because it may just be dies now that I'm looking at it closer. It just tricked me because it's in this white container. Looks like a folding. So it is. It's just dies, not an embossing. It would still be fun to color all of your different papers and then cut him out. But it is 14 dies that make the toad. So this is going to be a layered project. Some are bigger than others. So you can make a 3D effect by taking your bigger items and putting them up on foam squares and then gluing the rest to the top. So sorry, I said the wrong thing. This is dies, no embossing folder included, and he is super, super cute. And he makes, how big does he? He ends up being about 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches, a little shy. So really for a 5x7 or larger. But he would be perfect on the 5x7. Ooh, could you imagine putting pixie powder, Jamie Sparkles pixie powders, and that Cosmic Shimmer, oh dear, can't remember the name of it already. Man, I have too much on my brain. Okay, but the olive that just came in from Cosmic Shimmer as well would really work well with that. We have a lot of Starform that came in. So I am going to try and run this through. If you can't tell, I'm trying to hurry because I have a feeling that these are things that you've seen before, but I have 4 things that are sitting beside me on the left that you've never seen before. And I have a feeling that we'll be having a little bit more. He looks bewildered and had a long day. Oh, Irene, that's me. It's been at least weeks, maybe even months, but yes. Anyways, we have the Starforms, and then we have some neat boxes to go through, and I just want to be able to give it as much time as possible. So these are borders and corners from Starform. These are the 1074. They're fairly small corners. And then you've got your strips of border in between. It's going to give you kind of a ruffly effect. And then we have it in a 1074 in silver. I believe that she gives the numbers to these, doesn't she? Okay. This is Starform 8519. And these are all borders. This is red glitter with the ruffle border. And this is 7034. That's what all of the glitter ones will be, is 7034. And then you have just the color that is listed. So if you're looking for black on silver, silver on black in a 1074, you would just type in black glitter and silver, and it will pop one up for you like this. This one is blue on gold. I think that I transposed my numbers. 7034. I did. 7034 for these glitter ones. This is the blue glitter on silver. This is the glitter on gold with silver on top. So see the difference? You can definitely see both in there. And then this one is silver glitter with gold on top. So they definitely have a different look to them. This is again a gold on silver. I think that we somehow got these back to back. Yeah, because this is also the same kind. This one is pink glitter silver. This is holographic silver gold. And this is turquoise on silver. And it's kind of, you can see the blue around it. That is not the turquoise. It's right in here. And it does look a little bit different. In fact, I'm going to take this one out because the blue of the Starform matches the blue, but the turquoise kind of feels like it is similar, but it's not at all. Watch. See how much more light blue and turquoise it really is. So that is a pretty one. And anytime that I buy them, they are these. I love these. They're the transparent glitter with the gold. And we also have them in the silver. And they really show up so pretty in things. And we have lots of the transparent ones. And if you just type in transparent glitter in your search, it will bring up all the different kinds from the different companies, because we don't just have it in Starform, we have it in others. Is the blue gold, see what I mean? It's much more equivalent. You can't even see the Starform blue around it. That's how close it is in color.
Make sure you put quotes around your search words so that it searches both words.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Bryce. And when you're doing it, you'll want to click relevance in the drop-down menu, and it brings them all to the very tip top. So good. Thank you. This is a holographic gold on gold. Borders and corners, and this is a 7004. We have it in green and gold. Holographic. This is a transparent glitter silver in those corners. So still the same number, 7004. This is going to be the glitter gold with silver on top. The red holographic with, I think it's gold. Yes, gold. We have our little cogs that I absolutely love in gold back in stock. They work great for your steampunk version of things. I love these. They sell out fairly quickly, and we order these usually once a year. I think this year we've ordered them a couple of times. But if you want these, it's good to stock up now. This one is gold, and it's $12.75. We've got $12.24 in a silver. And then lots of different borders. So $12.22 in gold. $11.67 in gold. Silver, and I believe that that is $11.67. These kind of have a circular or oval shape to them. It's ovals, large ovals with little tiny small ovals going in between each of the large ones. So it's really a unique look. This is gold with gold, and this is $10.63. We're getting into the bigger corners now. These are so pretty, and if you get one of these quarters, make sure you grab some of your borders that we just showed you that can go with these. They are so pretty. $10.21 for gold. $10.21 for silver. $10.16 in copper borders. In green, $10.16. And this is a Christmas, well, no, they don't call it, they just call it dark green. Find It Trading has one that's very similar in color, and they call it Christmas green. And this one is red. $10.16 as well. $10.16 in gold. And this one of the things that I like is you've got a chain, you've got a dewdrop shape, you've got some straight lines, and then you have some little ruffle lines. And so this $10.16 can be used in lots of different types. And so it, in other words, it's not all ruffles. It's not all. You're getting lots of different shapes on the same page. This is 1001. And this is a copper. 1001 in white. And this is white, not a double-sided. Red, 1001. Dark green. Silver. Gold. Make sure that it's still the same kind. Yep, gold. And then a new corners. This one is a little bit smaller than the last corner, so this is kind of a good in-between. This is 846 in silver, 846 in gold, excuse me, copper. These are the copper ones, and then in gold. I was looking at the gold to pull it up right behind it, and there it goes. All right. This gold is 842. It's got both the borders and the corners on it. And we have it in silver as well. Same number. $841. So I've had this conversation with Thelma before, but just in case I haven't said it before, it's always nice to be able to see these on screen. And if you buy them and you like them, Starform is so nice. They make this right here with the number and everything on it. And you can do this with any of them. You can put it, just write it down on a piece of paper and make yourself like a little want book. So then that way you can go in and look for exactly what it is that you want, and you know what it is, because it takes a really long time for us to figure out what a gold border is that has some dots on it. And and so if you're looking and you like something, then go ahead and write it down. Make yourself like a little journal of stickers. Even if it's just taking a picture and printing it out on some paper. Whatever it is that you would like to do to keep your list going, that's an 841 in dark green, 841 in silver. And anyways, it will help you be able to keep track of your stickers a little bit, because I run into this. Oh, I don't think that I have that sticker. I need to buy one of those. And then I have like 5 of them because obviously I like them. But it will help you when you're looking for things to be able to just say, I have these. This is 806. We've got some borders, corners. These are a really different style. That's a pretty broad style, and it looks like it's got a cut right there in it for part of it, but that's a really thick border, which is fun sometimes to have. These will make 806. These will make it great when you want to have something seem like you've got Miri behind it, but maybe you don't have any Miri in silver or gold handy. You can always use those thicker lines to put it on your cardstock, and then it looks like, for example, what the Hunky Dory ones would look like with their gold line already on them. So you can do that with those. You can do that really with any border. 1061 for that gold one. And that is all the stickers. There is a question about something. Irene said, I think Debbie used Mod Podge. And so I have an idea that what you guys are talking about.
Candles.
And it is. She uses a Mod Podge, but there's also a kind that is a dishwasher Mod Podge. and there's also a glossy Mod Podge. So you can choose which direction you would like to use those. If you use a dishwasher Mod Podge, it makes it nice because it seals it just in case it gets wet. If you're putting your candles on a dining room table, that's a great way to use it. So maybe different uses for different Mod Podge. That's why they make so many different kinds. Okay, so we have these that we have never had before. I don't know if I'm going to see how well I can show it, but I want to keep it close actually, Bryce, because put it, then that way they can see it better when I open it up, because here comes the first box. So this is 49 and Market. These are all album kits. I have 4 different kinds here to show you. This one is called Kaleidoscope. And I'm not sure if everyone has the exact same thing in it as far as types. I'm going to look here. Nope. Little bits of differences here and there. So I'll go ahead and read off all of them. So in your kit, you will get the printed chipboard album cover. You have 12 inside pages with spine hinges, 8 double-sided sheets of 8x8 cardstock, 12 sheets of laser cut elements, 56 die cut ephemera pieces, 2 sheets of 8x8 washi stripes, and the printed directions. So let's take a look at what's in here. So this is your instructions right through here. And it even has picture examples on the back for doing an album with it. I have a feeling that if you just really like all the pieces and parts, you can use these for card making. If it's going to have all these different elements to it, look at all of these. It's amazing. So lots of different options on here. So if you think about it, and look at the inside of this box. Isn't that beautiful? That's just the inside of the box. They've even made their cardboard double-sided. So this is the right side up. There we go. This is the album cover. So it's going to have this chipboard with a double inside cover as well, so it's not just plain white. A lot of albums that you go to the store to get a picture album, you won't have something like this on the inside ready to go matching the style. So it creates in it there is how to score and how to create the hinges for some of these papers. So just so that you know, you are creating some of this hinge. So it has an open space. You might think that, oh, well, that's where the ring goes, or nope, it's how your hinge pages go. And you make your hinge pages out of these. But look, they're also papers. So you can use them as backdrops. So these are not double-sided. These are single-sided. They do have a 1, a 2 right there, a 3 right here. So if you decide that you want to use this for cards instead of making an album, I just want to make sure that you're aware that there is a number in there, and some of them are really hard to see. There's the 4, for example. But I'm going to tell you they're all in numerical order. That should help out, unless I'm doing this process. as you can see, and through every single one of these colors, let me get back to our dye color bursts for your hinge pieces, which also make your back page. So that's going to do that part for you. And then you have these that are double-sided. The other ones are not double-sided. These are double-sided. You get 2 of each of these prints. So you don't have to go, I really like this side. I really like this side. I really like this side. And I really like that side. So how do I go about I don't want to cut onto that. That's too pretty. I need to, but this way you have to decide you can have your cake and eat it too. Awful. Butterflies, backgrounds. That one's pretty with the leaves. And I think that I have failed to show you some of these backgrounds because we weren't close in. That's the background. And there's the background. See what I mean? They're just pretty. So this side and this side. And that is the last of the bigger papers for the album. It is 8x8, so they've created it to be an 8x8. Let me see if I can open these. It might be stronger than me. Tape.
Strong tape.
Tape is always a wondrous thing. How can it be so strong? So they have put some vellum pages in here. I may have misspoke. Maybe I should reread these really quick. Nope, numbered order of those pages. Yep, hold them together in an accordion. So these are just, I wanted to find out if for some reason we had the vellums and things were supposed to be like the binding leaves, but they're not. They're part of some of the extra decoration. And the reason why I was questioning that is here's your pattern for all of your hinges. So you just basically are accordion folding them into place and making your pages. That sounds fun. And then these are all your laser cut ephemera pages. So no cutting required on any of it. The words, everything pop out. I think that it's just that thick of a piece of paper. So look at this one. Isn't that pretty with the little hummingbirds on it? Bryce, could you do me a favor? How much are these in the store?
You have to tell me where to go to find them.
New listing October 2024. And it should be, I think it was one of the first things. If you go over to new listings, no, if you go over to new listings on the side, drop down right there, and then go to the October 2024. And then there's one of our boxes. So I think they're all the same price. So this is $50. Just wanted for you to know exactly what was in here and what you were getting, because that's not really bad considering for what you get.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot more than some of the other album kits that we've had. Anyways, they are all so beautiful. And I appreciate that everyone is different. They're not the same. to be able to put it all back in the box. Okay, and then not only did you have that, but then you also have these. It is a good size. It's not too big. It's not really tiny, tiny small. I appreciate that.
So very nice gift.
You have tickets of all different colors that match this style.
So for your journaling, is that what the tickets look like?
It could be for listing. So this one says together, the little tickets say together. So you can put in maybe information like this is the child's name or this is the adult's name, and you might not want to put an age to an adult because they may not like that. But you can put just some general information like
where you were.
Grandma, yeah, exactly. Grandma and I went to the beach and we found rose quartz.
That's right.
There you go.
And which beach?
And which beach,
Yes.
which I couldn't tell you right now. There are these that have also just some writing on the backgrounds, but you can then put some of the ephemera buildup on there because they're outlined in white. So these would help give you a base to start off of. You can glue it here, then you have a pocket. So you've got lots of different ways that you can use these. There's some more with words. And it looks like there's a line there, but there's really not a scored line. I had to look closely at it. It's just what it would have looked like if it was an old piece of paper. And it's in, again, these greens, turquoise, pinks. There's a couple little ones. Give you little postage type stamps, looks like. And since this is the first one that I've opened, I'm just going to kind of make sure that I show you absolutely all the goodies that are in it. And then on the next ones, I'm probably just going to give you the generalized idea, or else we will be here all night and it's already 5. In fact, we have 4, but I'm thinking that maybe I show you one more and then next week you can look at 2 more because they are so in depth. Hi, Karen. Yeah, some of them will have different items in it, but rather than me going through each and every one like I just did, it'll be just a little bit easier. Actually, I'm going to change the subject for just a minute. And I think what I'm going to do is give you an option between Christmas is holding off till next week. Haha. And you just thought you were going to see it. And so you have a choice between Moonlit Garden or Crafty Garden as the next box that I will show you. And so I'm going to give you a chance to respond. This is our Moonlit Garden. This is our Crafty Garden.
Look at the Crafty Garden because it's big.
It is big. While I wait for your answers, now that Bryce has given one for you, I'm going to show you something. This is our featured item, and I figured this way I can talk about it and still better make sure that that love didn't fall out of the other one. But it's the same kind of colors as the spice pink, so I'll double check. It could just be leftovers from Debbie.
Probably.
Back 4 years ago, around this time of year, we were doing live streams for the first time. We were in the middle of COVID. It was crazy. And we decided that we had so much fun and they were so pretty and we had such a good response for them, that we went through and we remade kits of this, called Elegant Pumpkins. And if you didn't get them then, we hand make these kits for you. There was absolutely nothing in there that you could have gotten and made. So with that, these are the ones that we have. You will have 16 cards. And I will tell you that we do not have enough to be able to make these kits the same way again. So because of that, this is kind of like the last time that you could ever buy them in order to make them. So we thought what we would do is that it ran right around our costs to build these and put the things together. It was $30 and some odd cents. And so we're putting them on a sale for $25. You'll get the ribbons, the stickers, the glitter. And I will tell you, you have a choice. You will get some glitter for your double-sided stickers to make the borders here. But if you prefer stickles, which is what these are, you can also, for any of your pumpkins and your leaves, you can either choose to use your stickles for that. It will be your own stickles. Any gold will work. And the gold on the sides for the glitter on the double stick will be in the kit. And you can always use a quickie pen and the glitter if you would prefer that over stickles for the rest. You get some glitter paper, lots of sticker items. Aren't they beautiful? I don't know if you remember these or not. I'm actually kind of hoping that some people, this is their first time seeing them, because they were so pretty and it's nice to be able to show these sometime again and maybe reintroduce you. And these Debbie made just this last weekend, so they're not exactly, this one for example has the blue in it up here, and this was a little bit of a bigger excuse me, blessing than what we had, just due to time constraints. We ran through some blessings, some blessed, some blessing, and they were different sizes and shapes. So you will find that you'll get a little bit of everything in there, and you will get everything that you need. We've heard that cardstock, the cards themselves are not necessary. You guys already have those, but all the Miri, all the stickers, all the papers, all the ribbon. This is a very beautiful, and like Debbie likes to say, is a rich kit. And in fact, we called it Elegant Pumpkins, and I think that that name still applies. Autumn is my favorite season. So now that that is done, you will find it already up online with the sale price of $25. And you can order them, and it will be on a live stream for this week, or not a live stream, excuse me, on a replay from our old 2020 class, so that you can run through them and watch them and do them again. We are having Bryce and Debbie take a little staycation and take a break because it's been a really busy week with all the testing and stuff that's going on. Everything is fine, though, in case you hadn't had the opportunity to hear that earlier. Debbie is doing well. Things are fine. It's just, it's tiring going back and forth to the doctors as much as they have this week. So getting a rest and a break is a good thing. And so this is normally their week that they would do their vacation. And she hasn't done a vacation time for the last couple months. So we wanted to make sure that they took a break for themselves as well. So that is what is happening. And do you want to do the crafty garden or the moonlit garden? Did you see an answer anywhere in any of those? Because if not, I think I'm going with your suggestion.
I think Thelma voted Moonlight Garden.
Crafty garden?
And then there's a crafty garden.
So
We have one moonlit and one crafty.
there you go. So that makes it Bryce's finalized tiebreaker. Okay, so this is the crafty garden. These are the basic colors that are in there. Our pretty little box. We can already see how much fun there is. You'll have the idea, of course, about those. I don't need to show them to you several times. Just quickly, it will create this many pages. Now, what I don't know is if these examples that they've put in here are all the pages or if it's just giving you some samples of what you can do. So I don't want to say that it's, oh, see, this is why I should always take the time to look at these things before we get online. It does. This is your, all of these are included. So you have enough ephemera and everything else to make all of these pages for a journal. So this one is a little bit bigger of an album. But that also means that if they do it in the same like kind, the one that I just showed you also will make the same amount of pictures that I showed you earlier. So let me look at the instructions again and see. Yep. Every single one of these is included. Isn't that amazing? Crazy. So the difference between these two is just the size of the album. It's a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. In this particular one, this would be the tickets and things like that. It's got some background drop-ins. Has a little shape right here on the top. Don't know if you can see it or not. Right there. Just a little cut on the top to have it be a little ragged note. We've got postcard, envelope looking ideas. Some of those blues. Some more of those. This one to me is so pretty. I love all the colors in this one. Okay, there's our ephemera. I'm going to pass it for just a minute and show you the cards section. Again, they've got the little numbers. See it right there? Right there in the page. So if you choose to do albums with them, if you choose to not do albums with them, you're still getting tons of things, and you can cut these into 5x7 cards very easily and not have the number in there. So in other words, we don't have these in anything other than in albums. So therefore, if you just like the paper, it's worth it. Just the paper alone, you can make as many and more than with cards because you're breaking up the pages. I hope that I'm running through it quick enough for you guys. I don't want to get into your dinner time, I know. Oh, this double-sided tape did so much better. This fell out of right here. This is the start. Aren't those pretty with all the little wildflowers? At least I think of some of these as being more of a wilder flower. These seem to want to come apart a little bit easier. So, hey, they're really well cut out for you. But I also think it's the weight of the page because these are not light. That's why I had looked at them earlier and thought that maybe I was doing it wrong and that there were 2 pages there. So that's how nice and thick these are. So pretty. I so far have not seen 149 in market that I haven't liked. I think they're all beautiful. And again, I don't think that I have seen it. None of these are exactly the same. I kind of questioned if there was maybe a couple, but they're different. They're not the same. So even this one with the little fence, just like we just saw a little fence, totally different page. There's a fence there, but all of these little flowers, and I don't know if you can see or not, but all those middles are cut out in that area. So it would just sit so nice and pretty. And there you go. That's the last one. Lots and lots and lots of goodies. So I'm going to save the Christmas and the Moonlit Garden for next week. And I am going to say good night. Enjoy your pumpkin class this weekend. It is so much fun and it's so pretty. So I am glad to be able to report that everything is doing great and we get to go and have a little break for ourselves. Both Debbie and I. And Bryce. Don't want to forget Bryce in there. So enjoy, guys. Have a great weekend and we'll see you next week.